When did you start noticing the fall of East Cleveland? Because like me, I'm 28. I know East Cleveland to be like the hood. Like I've heard stories, like it used to be a nice suburban area, nice buildings, everything, but I don't know that. So where did the fall start? Like what time, what era? And also by you being a community leader, someone out there giving back, what do you think steps has to be taken for the younger generation, this next generation coming up, to start doing the same things you're doing, to go back to their neighborhoods where they grew up at, where they went to high schools at, to start these programs, to start also building their neighborhood back up, but also keeping them, if it's still intact and nice, keeping it that way?
Yeah, so
Bro,
so
I'm
that's
gonna
a
be
lot.
honest with you. That's two separate podcasts.
I mean,
That is a loaded question.
there's definitely a lot in all of that. The reason why you see me kind of looking at the screen because I literally do presentations on it, and so I want to make sure I give you guys. I got like a PowerPoint that I could just bring up so I can just talk from. Um, but just to answer your last question first. So East Cleveland right now, there's a lot of opportunity that's available for residents, I believe, even right now. I mean, or people who want to invest in that kind of stuff or get involved. Uh, Generally speaking, I'm kind of sad to say that like our people, we've been conditioned to sort of like assimilate with other communities versus finding value in our own community, and just understanding just like from a deeper sense what value is. We look at value when other people think things are valuable, and then they begin to invest in it. And you say, wow, that's valuable, and that kind of stuff. And so then by the time we get that mindset, to go buying it is very expensive for us to become a part of it. But I think that like Black people in general, and particularly our young people, we have to understand that what becomes valuable is the value that you put into it. So if you believe it's valuable and begin to invest in that, then then it's valuable. So that's value. And so I hope that makes sense. But like so when you think about East Cleveland, there's a lot of opportunity, right? About 30% of the housing stock has been knocked down and everything. There's a lot of housing that's still yet that I believe that has a lot of good bones that you can't even build right now. That like if you bought it for whatever they say, whatever it goes for, like some goes for like maybe 15,000, some maybe go for 40,000, that kind of stuff. And that's not necessarily in the Forest Hill district, that kind of stuff. But if you buy a house like that and then you commit to being there, and you put $100,000 into it, then you will have you begin to build that value within the community. And so I guess the first thing I would say is our community, and particularly our young people, our young people who are family oriented or going in that direction, the community that we have, we have to. You have to just go in there and invest and everything. Now, it's a difficult thing to do it by yourself. One of the things that me and Alex talked about, because Noah's a CDC as well. When we get into like doing rehabs and sort of like putting houses in a certain position so that we can actually get into people and that kind of stuff. I would like to be able to like recruit like five or 10 families at a time to literally take over a whole street and actually change the neighborhood and that kind of thing. But I would say my own experience in East Cleveland is kind of, the way I began in, I definitely felt divinely inspired, but I definitely had a lot of, I was naive in a lot of ways to think that like I was impervious to structural concentrated